Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing so well. And in today's video, we're going to have a look at finding the bearing of a specific point from another point. All right, so for example, here in this question, they are asking us to find the bearing of A from B. Once you find here from B, it just means that we're going to draw the north direction from B. So here, as you see, the north direction is drawn from B. The north direction here is also drawn from point B. Why? Because they said in the question, it's from point B. All right, so what are we going to do right now? We need to measure from the north direction clockwise until we reach the other side. So from the north direction, this side over here, we're gonna measure the angle until we reach the other side. So it's this angle. Once you measure it, this is what we call the bearing. Once you measure it, oh, look at this, from north until I reach the other side. Here you go. It is going to be a reflex angle, which is the bearing. From north until I reach the other side, this way, this is the bearing, okay? So how can we measure them? Just simply using a protractor like how we learned today in the lesson. Guys, just give me a minute. I need to close the door, just a second. All right, so as we did today in class, we're going to have our protractors. And from the protractor over here, we're going to put the center of the protractor on the vertex. This way, exactly. Then I'm going to take the 0 and put it on one of the two sides. I'm going to put it on this side over here. And then now we can start measuring. From 0, this 0 that is inside, so we're taking the numbers that are inside, so it is 71 degrees exactly. 71 degrees is the measurement of this angle, so the bearing is 71 degrees, but there is one very important thing that you need to know about bearings. They are 3-digit numbers, so it must be 071. This is the bearing of point A from point B is 71 degrees, and we're adding 3 digits this way. Don't forget it. All right, what about B here, Mr. Ahmed? The bearing of point A from point B, how can we find it? Measuring the angle from N all the way around here, clockwise until we reach the other side. So I want this reflex angle. How can we measure it? There is no big protractor, Mr. Ahmed, to measure all of this angle using this our protractors. Yes, so what are we supposed to do? Measure the other angle that is inside, then we subtract it from 360, like how we learned it today in class. So I'm gonna measure it this way. I'm gonna use this 0 here. So I'm putting the 0 here. Oh, but the center moved, so I need to take the center back over here on the vertex, and the 0 we need it exactly to be on the side, exactly this way. And from here, we're going to measure. The angle starts from which 0? Does it start from this 0? No, it starts from the other 0, which is inside. We're going to count all the way until we reach 120 degrees exactly. So this angle here is 120 degrees. This is 120 degrees. All right, Mr. Is 120 degrees of the bearing? No. 120 degrees is the angle that is inside. We wanted the angle that is outside. We agreed it's clockwise from N until we reach the other side. So it's 360 degrees minus 120. 360 minus 120 is going to give me the angle that is outside, which we call reflex angle. So it's going to give us exactly 240 degrees. 240 degrees is our bearing. All right. Here's the third angle. We're going to do exactly the same thing, putting the vertex at the center of the protractor on the vertex this way. Look at the center. 0 is on this side here, and we start measuring. This angle that is acute, the one that is inside, is exactly going to be, if you don't know how to measure it, you need to extend it, extend the line, make it longer if this is going to help you more. I see that this is going to be 48 degrees. So 48 degrees is the angle that is inside, but the bearing is not 48 degrees. The bearing is the angle that is outside. So 360 minus 48 is going to give us exactly 212 degrees, 312 degrees. 312 degrees is that bearing. All right. Let's go here. Here, they want us to draw the diagrams, which is drawing the angle. So we're going to put here point A. Why, Mr. Point A? Why are we going not to put, for example, point B? Why? Because they said here from A. So they said it is going to be, the bearing is going to be from A. So we're going to draw the north from A. So here I'm going to do it. A is here. I'm going to draw the north from point A this way exactly. Here's the north. All right, what are we going to do after that? We're going to move it this way. You see this direction? This way here. I put the center of the vertex, the center of the protractor on the vertex, like this. And I'm going to put 0 on the north exactly, on the side of north exactly, this way. Now, they wanted 25 degrees. 25 degrees, gonna move this way from 0. It's 10, 25 degrees is here. This point, no, that's 24. So 25, again, 24. Now I'm going to remove this protractor, put it away, and connect the points. Just like this. All right. So like this point here has a bearing of 25 degrees. If you measure it from N, if I ask you to measure the bearing of point B from A, like what the question says, you're going to find that it is exactly 25 degrees clockwise from N. All right, what about 110? Oh, it's from A, so I'm going to do the same thing exactly. I'm going to put point A here and draw the north from A again, the same way exactly. From A, I'm going to draw the north. Then I'm going to take the protractor, put it on the center of the vertex. From 0, start counting until you reach 110, and it is going to be here exactly. 110 is here. Then now connect it like this. If you want to check, try to find the bearing of A from point B. What are we going to do? We're going to measure from north. This was the north. We're going to measure it until we go to B clockwise. You're going to find that it is exactly 110 degrees. If you want to put the protractor and measure it again, you're going to find that the bearing is 110 degrees exactly. All right, now we're going to do one of these two questions, and it's going to be the last. So, but this one is going to be a little bit different because they want 195 degrees. All right, Mr. Let's start and take it step by step. The first thing, they wanted from A, so I'm going to draw A here this way. Here is A. All right. And from A, what are we going to draw? Take step by step. We're going to draw that north. All right, 1 second. North, of course, with a ruler. Here is the north. Okay, they wanted the angle, they wanted the bearing to be 330 degrees. 330 degrees, the bearing, it means from north, clockwise, 330 degrees. Oh, mister, that is going to be a reflex angle. Exactly. How can I draw a reflex angle that is 330 degrees? Mister, we need actually to subtract it from 360. It's going to give us 30 degrees. So we want an angle that is 30 degrees so that the reflex becomes a 330. Again, I want an angle that is 30 degrees. And when it is 30 degrees, the bearing will be, which is the reflex angle, will be 330. Do you guys understand this? We're going to practice this more tomorrow, but for now, as I'm telling you, if I wanted the bearing to be 330, that means that the reflex is 330, which means that the angle itself is 30 degrees. Okay, now let's draw 30 degrees. But see here, since we want the bearing to become a reflex angle, then I cannot take it from here. I need to take the protractor to be on the left side. Exactly this way. Now I'm switching it left side. So from 0, I'm going to start counting. We agreed it's going to be only 30 degrees. Okay, so here 0 starts from inside. So 10, 20, 30. This is going to be the point. Here is going to be my angle. I'm going to connect it. Now I drew 30 degrees. Here is 30 degrees. If you just try to find now the bearing is going to be what? Okay, now it's going to be 330 degrees, which is the reflex angle, 330 degrees. That's going to be my bearing. Thank you so much, everyone. We're going to practice this more this week and see you tomorrow.